Welcome to Luna English. Today we have 190 work report sentences, from complete beginner all the way to advanced. Daily updates, numbers, risks, delays, bad news, and getting a decision. Let's begin together. Here's how it works. First, listen carefully. You'll hear each sentence twice. Then, when you hear the beep, repeat after me out loud. At the end, all the sentences appear on screen. Screenshot them to review anytime. Ready? Let's begin. Let's start with a simple daily update. Quick update on my side. Quick update on my side. Here's where we stand today. Here's where we stand today. I'll go through it quickly. I'll go through it quickly. We're on track for Friday. We're on track for Friday. Everything is moving along fine. Everything is moving along fine. We're about halfway through. We're about halfway through. I started this on Monday. I started this on Monday. The team is in good shape. The team is in good shape. We're running a bit behind. We're running a bit behind. Two things are still open. Two things are still open. Nothing has changed since yesterday. Nothing has changed since yesterday. Same status as last week. Same status as last week. We should hit the deadline. We should hit the deadline. I'll keep this short today. I'll keep this short today. That's my update for now. That's my update for now. Let me know if anything's unclear. Let me know if anything's unclear. Now, let's report what actually got done. The first part is done. The first part is done. I finished the draft yesterday. I finished the draft yesterday. We shipped it this morning. We shipped it this morning. That task is off my plate. That task is off my plate. We closed out 3 items. We closed out 3 items. Testing is finally complete. Testing is finally complete. Here are the numbers so far. Here are the numbers so far. Sales went up 10%. Sales went up 10%. We hit our goal for the month. We hit our goal for the month. Costs came down a little. Costs came down a little. That's better than last month. That's better than last month. The feedback has been good. The feedback has been good. I sent the file to everyone. I sent the file to everyone. Nothing is blocked right now. Nothing is blocked right now. I'm happy with how it went. I'm happy with how it went. Next, let's talk about what comes next. Here's the plan for next week. Here's the plan for next week. Next up is testing. Next up is testing. I'll start on that tomorrow. I'll start on that tomorrow. We'll focus on the launch first. We'll focus on the launch first. This should take 2 more days. This should take 2 more days. I want to finish it by Thursday. I want to finish it by Thursday. Then I'll hand it to design. Then I'll hand it to design. I'll add that to my list. I'll add that to my list. Let's do the review on Friday. Let's do the review on Friday. I'll update you next week. I'll update you next week. I'll send the notes after this. I'll send the notes after this. Does that plan work for you? Does that plan work for you? I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. Thanks for your time today. Thanks for your time today. Let's finish the basics by asking for help. I'm stuck on one thing. I'm stuck on one thing. I need a hand with this. I need a hand with this. Can I ask you something quick? Can I ask you something quick? I'm not sure how to start. I'm not sure how to start. We're waiting on another team. We're waiting on another team. This is taking longer than expected. This is taking longer than expected. I might need more time. I might need more time. Could you look at this today? Could you look at this today? Who should I ask about this? Who should I ask about this? I want to check before I continue. I want to check before I continue. Is this the right priority? Is this the right priority? Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry, could you say that again? Let me make sure I understand. Let me make sure I understand. I'll figure it out and report back. I'll figure it out and report back. Thanks, that really helps. Thanks, that really helps. Now we move into the intermediate part, starting with the numbers. Let me walk you through the numbers. Let me walk you through the numbers. Revenue is up 12% this quarter. Revenue is up 12% this quarter. That's well ahead of target. That's well ahead of target. Let me put that in context. Let me put that in context. The key metric here is retention. The key metric here is retention. Growth came mostly from new users. Growth came mostly from new users. The dip in March was a one-off. The dip in March was a one-off. These numbers are still preliminary. These numbers are still preliminary. I'd treat that spike with caution. I'd treat that spike with caution. Costs came in under budget. Costs came in under budget. We're tracking ahead of forecast. We're tracking ahead of forecast. One number deserves a closer look. One number deserves a closer look. The trend matters more than the total. The trend matters more than the total. That's within our margin of error. That's within our margin of error. I can share the raw data after. I can share the raw data after. The takeaway is that demand is strong. The takeaway is that demand is strong. So the numbers back up the plan. So the numbers back up the plan. Next, let's flag risks before they bite. I want to flag one risk early. I want to flag one risk early. We're blocked on the security review. We're blocked on the security review. This could put the deadline at risk. This could put the deadline at risk. I'd call it medium risk for now. I'd call it medium risk for now. The dependency is outside our control. The dependency is outside our control. If it slips, we lose a week. If it slips, we lose a week. I'd rather raise it now than later. I'd rather raise it now than later. We already have a backup plan. We already have a backup plan. I've escalated it to their lead. I've escalated it to their lead. We have until Thursday to react. We have until Thursday to react. Could you help clear this blocker? Could you help clear this blocker? The impact is roughly one sprint. The impact is roughly one sprint. Nothing is read yet. Nothing is read yet. I'm watching it closely this week. I'm watching it closely this week. I'll own the follow-up on this. I'll own the follow-up on this. I'll tell you the moment it changes. I'll tell you the moment it changes. Now, let's explain a delay without hiding anything. I need to be upfront about a delay. I need to be upfront about a delay. We're slipping by about 3 days. We're slipping by about 3 days. The root cause was a late handoff. The root cause was a late handoff. I underestimated the work here. I underestimated the work here. That one is on me. That one is on me. Here's the recovery plan. Here's the recovery plan. We caught it early enough to fix. We caught it early enough to fix. The new date is next Tuesday. The new date is next Tuesday. This time the date is firm. This time the date is firm. The delay stays inside one module. The delay stays inside one module. It won't move the launch date. It won't move the launch date. We'll make up the time next week. We'll make up the time next week. I'm sorry for the short notice. I'm sorry for the short notice. I've tightened the handoff process. I've tightened the handoff process. I'll share the revised plan today. I'll share the revised plan today. Thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for bearing with us. Let's close the intermediate part by asking for resources. I have one ask for you today. I have one ask for you today. We're stretched thin on this team. We're stretched thin on this team. One more engineer would unblock us. One more engineer would unblock us. Could we get budget approved for that? Could we get budget approved for that? The ask is small this time. The ask is small this time. It pays for itself in a month. It pays for itself in a month. Without it, we push the date. Without it, we push the date. Here are the two options as I see them. Here are the two options as I see them. We can spend money or spend time. We can spend money or spend time. I'd rather cut scope than cut quality. I'd rather cut scope than cut quality. What matters more, speed or polish? What matters more, speed or polish? I need your call on this one. I need your call on this one. Can we align on priorities first? Can we align on priorities first? If we get support, we can absorb it. If we get support, we can absorb it. I'll come back once it's resourced. I'll come back once it's resourced. Let me know either way. Let me know either way. Now we move into the advanced part, delivering bad news. Let me lead with the hard part. Let me lead with the hard part. I won't sugarcoat this one. I won't sugarcoat this one. We missed the commitment. We missed the commitment. The buck stops with me here. The buck stops with me here. I flagged it the moment I knew. I flagged it the moment I knew. Surprises age badly, so I told you early. Surprises age badly, so I told you early. Here's the short version of what happened. Here's the short version of what happened. We misjudged the integration effort. We misjudged the integration effort. The estimate was far too optimistic. The estimate was far too optimistic. The damage is contained for now. The damage is contained for now. The customer impact is close to zero. The customer impact is close to zero. We've already course-corrected. We've already course-corrected. I'm resetting the date transparently. I'm resetting the date transparently. I'll under-promise and over-deliver from here. I'll under-promise and over-deliver from here. Let me focus on the path forward. Let me focus on the path forward. I've reset the team's expectations too. I've reset the team's expectations too. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for hearing me out. Next, let's lay out a clean trade-off. Let me frame the trade-off clearly. Let me frame the trade-off clearly. We can protect scope or protect the date. We can protect scope or protect the date. We can't have both this quarter. We can't have both this quarter. Here's what each option really costs. Here's what each option really costs. My recommendation is to cut scope. My recommendation is to cut scope. That buys us 2 clean weeks. That buys us 2 clean weeks. The downside is caped and known. The downside is caped and known. Let's not gold plate this feature. Let's not gold plate this feature. The cheapest fix is also the ugliest. The cheapest fix is also the ugliest. I'd take the boring option here. I'd take the boring option here. We can always revisit it later. We can always revisit it later. What's your risk tolerance on this? What's your risk tolerance on this? Tell me which one you'd defend. Tell me which one you'd defend. I'm comfortable either way. I'm comfortable either way. But I'd move fast on the choice. But I'd move fast on the choice. Say the word and we start. Say the word and we start. Now, let's push for a real decision. I need a decision from you today. I need a decision from you today. Let me make the ask concrete. Let me make the ask concrete. I'm asking for a yes or no. I'm asking for a yes or no. We need air cover from your level. We need air cover from your level. One phone call from you unlocks it. One phone call from you unlocks it. I'd like your blessing to proceed. I'd like your blessing to proceed. If we wait, the cost doubles. If we wait, the cost doubles. The window closes at the end of month. The window closes at the end of month. That's a fair challenge to raise. That's a fair challenge to raise. Let me push back gently on that. Let me push back gently on that. To your earlier point, we tested that. To your earlier point, we tested that. I'd rather not speculate on that. I'd rather not speculate on that. I'll come back with hard numbers. I'll come back with hard numbers. That's outside what I can promise. That's outside what I can promise. Can we park that for another session? Can we park that for another session? Does that put the question to bed? Does that put the question to bed? Finally, let's review honestly and commit clearly. Let me close with the lessons learned. Let me close with the lessons learned. Here's the post-mortem in brief. Here's the post-mortem in brief. What went wrong was our estimating. What went wrong was our estimating. What went right was catching it early. What went right was catching it early. The fix is already in the process. The fix is already in the process. We baked in a buffer this time. We baked in a buffer this time. I'll size the effort earlier next time. I'll size the effort earlier next time. Here's what I'm committing to. Here's what I'm committing to. You'll have the report by Friday. You'll have the report by Friday. I'll flag anything off track within a day. I'll flag anything off track within a day. No surprises from me going forward. No surprises from me going forward. I'll keep you in the loop throughout. I'll keep you in the loop throughout. Let me capture that as a follow-up. Let me capture that as a follow-up. I'll send the deck and the actions after. I'll send the deck and the actions after. Thanks for the sharp questions today. Thanks for the sharp questions today. I'll follow up in writing tonight. I'll follow up in writing tonight. Great job making it to the end. The more you practice, the more natural your English feels. If this helped, hit like and subscribe and turn on the bell. What scene would you like to practice next? Any topic or suggestion? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. See you in the next lesson.